It's all fun and games until you piss off the Swifties. These comedians found out the hard way that just because you can joke about something doesn't mean you should. On October 27th, a little over a week before the 2024 election, Donald Trump held a rally at Madison Square Garden that was filled with speakers providing inflammatory remarks. But one statement broke through the most. It came from comedian Tony Hinchcliffe. There were many racist jokes, and Hinchcliffe even earned the ire of Taylor Swift's fans for inferring that her boyfriend Travis Kelce could be the next O.J. Simpson. But his most infamous statement came when he said,
I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico.
The comments sent waves throughout Hispanic communities throughout the United States. The joke seemed particularly ill-suited, considering how many Puerto Ricans live in swing states like Pennsylvania. Latin celebrities like Bad Bunny and Jennifer Lopez even came out in support of Kamala Harris after Hinchcliffe's comments went viral. Rather than apologize or offer any semblance of self-reflection, Hinchcliffe doubled down on his joke following the backlash, writing on X, "These people have no sense of humor. I made fun of everyone." Matt Rife first got big on TikTok by sharing bits from his comedy shows, which primarily featured his crowd work. He gained a substantial following, and it wasn't long before Netflix gave him his own comedy special in 2023, Natural Selection. So, how did Rife choose to begin this special? With a joke about domestic violence. He tells a story about seeing a female restaurant server with a black eye. Then,
yeah, but I feel like if she could cook, she wouldn't have that black eye.
The special also included homophobic jokes and seemingly plagiarized bits from the late Ralphie May. But it was Rife's domestic violence joke that earned the most ire. Natural Selection has an abysmal 19% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. In response to the backlash, Rife posted a link to his Instagram stories, asking people to click if they were offended by his material. The link directed users to a website offering a protective helmet for special needs children. The controversy didn't deter Netflix from working with Rife again though. Another comedy event, Lucid, a crowd work special, was released in 2024. In 2012, just days after the horrific Aurora, Colorado shooting during a screening of The Dark Knight Rises, Dane Cook took to the stage at the Laugh Factory in Los Angeles to talk about how much he didn't like the film. He concluded by saying, "I know that if, none of that would have happened, I'm pretty sure that somebody in that theater about 25 minutes in, realizing that it was a piece of crap, was probably like, ugh, shoot me." With 12 people dead and dozens of others injured, many didn't think it was appropriate to joke about the tragedy, especially so soon after it had occurred. Cook later posted an apology on X, writing, "I am devastated by the recent tragedy in Colorado and did not mean to make light of what happened. I made a bad judgment call with my material last night and regret making a joke at such a sensitive time." In 2017, during the Me Too movement, Louis C.K. faced numerous accusations from women accusing him of sexual misconduct. His reckoning was swift, with Netflix canceling a planned stand-up special and his film I Love You Daddy remaining unreleased. But even before all of this, C.K. regularly found himself towing the line of good taste, and that includes a 2015 Saturday Night Live monologue where the comedian made light of pedophilia.
Because child molesters are very tenacious people. They love molesting childs. It's crazy.
The nervous laughter from the crowd that night was probably the tip-off that the joke wasn't going to go over well.
How do you think I feel? It's my last show, probably.
Amazingly, that wasn't his last show, as he'd returned to host SNL again in April 2017, right before those sexual misconduct allegations against him came to light. Plenty of folks came forward on social media to condemn the jokes, while others insisted that this is simply what comedians do, push boundaries. Louis C.K. made a career out of being offensive, and even his more formal cancellation couldn't stop him. Following Me Too in 2017, C.K. continued releasing stand-up specials through his website, and he even sold out Madison Square Garden during a 2023 performance. Even with so much baggage, he still has a surprising amount of support from fans. There are certain subjects comedians should probably avoid if they want to avoid controversy: politics, religion, and Taylor Swift. Nikki Glaser learned that the hard way when a stand-up clip of her was featured in Swift's documentary, Miss Americana.
She's too skinny. It bothers me. All of her model friends. And it's just like, come on.
Lock and load, boys.
Glaser's statement is paired with other criticisms from members of the media lobbied towards Swift, which made her self-conscious and want to back away from the spotlight. Following the film's release, Glaser posted a lengthy statement on Instagram, apologizing for the comment.
I've probably actually hurt her feelings, and it felt horrible.
Amazingly, the message reached Swift, who accepted it while discussing the importance of showing how people can grow. During a 2012 performance at the Laugh Factory, Daniel Tosh apparently made a series of jokes surrounding sexual assault, prompting a woman in the audience to express how such jokes are never funny. According to the woman, Tosh then alluded to her getting sexually assaulted right then and there. In the aftermath, the internet exploded into a series of think pieces about whether he crossed the line. Many comedians came to Tosh's defense, essentially asserting that while they may not agree with that specific joke, they believe comedians should be allowed to explore dark subjects in the name of humor. Still, many claim this subject is just too painful to joke about. Author Roxane Gay wrote for Salon, "Rape is many things: humiliating, degrading, physically and emotionally painful, exhausting, irritating. It is never funny for most women." Tosh apologized for the set, and it serves as a reminder that if the job of a comedian is to make people laugh, certain subjects should probably remain out of limits. If you or someone you know is dealing with domestic abuse, you can call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-7233. You can also find more information, resources, and support at their website.